Nairobi.
National Treasury and Economic Planning Cabinet Secretary nominee John Mbadi has taken an about turn on his strong opposition to the Finance Bill of 2024. While appearing for his vetting on Saturday, Mbadi, who voted no to the bill when it was presented in Parliament, told the National Assembly Committee on Appointments that the bill contains valuable revenue-raising measures which should be reintroduced through amendments to the main bill. But he attributed the downfall of the bill to what he described as inadequate public participation and a poor communication strategy. But he has in the meantime pledged to steer reforms within the Kenya Revenue Authority and to ensure transparency in the public debt management should his appointment sail through. Safin Achenguma reports.
For the record, your name is John Mbadi Ngongo.
While appearing before the National Assembly's Committee on Appointments on Saturday, Cabinet Secretary nominee for the National Treasury and Economic Planning docket, John Mbadi Ngongo, had to face the realities of justifying his desire to join the government, being a member of the opposition.
You know very well, me and you never believed in this bottom-up economy. Now we have found ourselves here. You know what we believed in. You know your principle must guide you. How are you going to marry this?
If you look at the philosophy of UDA and ODM, there is no difference. Actually, the two are social democrats.
Yes.
Better is on value addition.
Yes.
For agriculture for value addition. ODM, agriculture for manufacturing. Semantics.
Mbadi also appeared to have softened his hardline stance against the Finance Bill 2024, which he strongly opposed in Parliament and voted to shoot it down just 6 weeks ago.
The good provisions which have been lost by this bill, which are not contentious, and there are many, which can still help this country grow the economy, we can bring them as specific amendments to the Mother Act with proper public participation.
And with the withdrawal of the bill following widespread anti-tax protests, Mbadi says all hope is not lost.
We don't have a lacuna. In fact, Finance Bill is an omnibus amendment bill. We have about 5 or 6 legislations that Finance Bill usually amends. We have excise duty, import duty, we have value-added tax, we have income tax, we have tax procedures acts, and then we have fees and levies. These are specific legislations. Mr. Speaker, this House, if I'm approved, this House should help me bring these legislations directly touching on these specific statutes. We don't have to have a finance bill.
Despite the rejection of the Finance Bill 2024, Mbadi had to justify his optimism by convincing the committee members that he had a plan to fill the country's revenue gap. Top on his priority list will be to steer reforms at the Kenya Revenue Authority.
The way we are recruiting staff at KRA at the moment and deploying them needs to be relooked into. You cannot have people who are not properly trained to collect taxes from people who hire properly trained accountants to calculate their taxes.
Since he joined Parliament in 2008, for about a decade and a half, Mbadi has served in various National Assembly committees, including the Budget and Appropriations Committee, Budget Committee, Public Investment Committee, as well as the Public Accounts Committee.
Thank you. And we all know you.
He told the Moses Wetangula-led committee that he had the diagnosis of the public debt crisis and knows exactly how to treat it. Mbadi promised to ensure transparency in public debt management.
If Kenyans owe people money, why can't Kenyans know the people they owe money, how much they owe them, and what is the rate, the level of interest for each loan?
Chairman, you see,
he is here as a nominee.
I forgot, Chair.
The seasoned politician who has sat at the helm of leadership within the ODM party and once served as minority leader had a message to critics of political appointments within government.
being in a political office is just a calling. Actually, it is them who elect us to those offices. It doesn't take away our training, background, and professional experience. I have said I've worked for 28 years. I am a professional, just like any other.
If Parliament greenlights his appointment, Mbadi will find a full in tray as he takes over from his predecessor, Njuguna Ndung'u, at a time when repayment of public debt has squeezed the country dry, delaying disbursement of funds for development projects, as well as a high cost of living and a heavy taxation crisis.
Thank you.
Safin Acheng Oma, Citizen TV.
Energy Cabinet Secretary Nominee Opiyo Wandayi says he will revoke contracts of independent power producers